Hello and welcome. This is Jensen with Soft Edges, and this is your week ahead reading for the week of November 10th through 16th, 2025. We're having a Holly Simple party today. These are the decks we're going to be using, and let's get right into it. So let's pull some cards to get some energy. So the overall energy of the week for November 10th through the 16th, 2025. Overall energy, theme. All right, we got this. We have the Fool. Cool. And let me see, how do I want to do? I'll keep using these. So what can we expect for the beginning of the week? So Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, energy of Monday, Tuesday. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. This is Wednesday, Thursday, energy for Wednesday, Thursday. This is the 12th and 13th. Oh, I got two cards. I'm going to take them. The Sun reversed and the Two of Swords. And finally, the weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oops, this one wants to come out. Interesting. We have the Six of Swords. I also have this, so I'm going to pull this. And the Emperor. Interesting. All right. Let's see. At the bottom of the deck, we do have Strength. So beneath what feels like somewhat of a pokey week, at least we're learning a lot about our inner strength. I'm getting a sense that there is an invitation to, I love the Pentacles here too, which makes me think of like groundedness. Of part of the gifts in all of this is you proving to yourself how grounded you are. Mercury is retrograde. It could be really bumpy. What can we be aware of? What can we be aware of? The Light. I love that. I kind of expected that to be like a challenge. And then, okay. The Moment card really wants to come out, so I'm gonna let that flow here. Okay. And then what gifts are available to us? What gifts are available to us this week? Wow, I feel like this came up a lot in the last week ahead reading as well. Okay, let's get into it. So the overall energy for the week this week is the Fool, and I kind of love this. This feels like a benevolent Fool, and what I mean by that is like, unlike normal Fool cards, this Fool is on his knees, right? With an offering. I really love that. I am seeing in my mind right now, and I'm hearing, it's going to be really important this week that you keep your heart open. And remember your spine. Like, there is a difference between, like, loving compassion and also having boundaries around who and what and where you're putting that energy. Monday, Tuesday, we hit the Three of Wands in the reversed. In the upright, the Three of Wands always makes me think of we are like moving towards something that we feel strongly about, like maybe a passion or a project. And then the Three of Wands calls in all the resources that we need to bring that into fruition. In the reverse, there might be some stalled energy. I'm getting there's some resting that's going to be required, or all of a sudden that Mercury retrograde comes in and you're like, fuck, what happened to all the things that were in place for me to move forward at this time? Beginning of the week might not feel like the case. There's a heavy pause energy. This is also giving me like, this is usually the glyph for like water. So I think it could be emotionally, I'm getting this like, it might feel like an emotional attack, however the resources aren't showing up at the beginning of the week, but remember that this is temporary and really connected to the Mercury retrograde. And I love the moment that's like kind of guiding us through the week where, again, we come to Tuesday, Wednesday, and we have the sun in the reverse with the Two of Swords. And, like, how am I seeing this? There's like a shadowy aspect coming here. I'm seeing a lot of blue on this side of the reading as well. And blue always makes me think of throat chakra. So what are we saying? Are we like feeling wounded? And then from a wounded place, we're kind of being like, I'm getting the sense of being a little bit drowning in our emotional worlds. Even though there is no water in our reading today, it still is giving me that energy. We might be feeling like beginning of the week, the resources we thought we had actually are falling through or not showing up in the ways that we expected. And so we're feeling like the wind's taken out of our sails, like the sun's behind the clouds, and we're feeling really low energy. And then we're like, fuck, I gotta make a choice now. And neither choice feels good to me. Here's the first invitation. I'm seeing these as eyes and like having to see from a different perspective. And the message here being, how can you drop into the moment and really see how whatever isn't showing up for you at the beginning of the week, how it's really serving you? I love the hands here too, as well as this. I just heard whatever isn't happening now is offering up more space for you to be of service now for later. So that's for someone. I'm going to read this moment card. I love her guidebook for this. Dolphin, peacock, time. Now, present, be. Pause. I love that with this as well. And especially with the sun in reverse, and that like you're having to make a decision and you might not feel like either one is the one that you want. So I love this message. Pause. Give it time. Be present. And presence guarantees freedom from selfish thinking, fear, and worry. It requires us to be in the flow. This is an opportunity to get grounded, connect to your breath and body, be in nature, literally hug a tree, take in grounding foods, take a bath, cuddle with an animal. The affirmation being, there is true freedom found right here and only in this moment. My body, mind, and spirit are grounded deep in the earth. So before we make any decisions this week, pause. I love this. Beautiful invitation. So for the weekend, following this like a little bit more challenging energy, I'm being really called to say right now to like pause on this and to move here. And they're saying, how can you see the light? Like if it's feeling gloomy and cloudy and you can't see a way forward, how can you, through being in the moment, find the light in the situation? There's a really big emphasis here on the balance that has to occur between the light and the dark, and that growth happens in both equally. Oh, I love this. I love this. Let me read this one as well. The sun, that's hilarious. The sun, source of life. Which path draws us closer to the light? Good fortune, happiness, joy. Allow the light to shine through you. How are you sharing your light today? Are you energized? With light comes dark in cycles, and having gratitude for the opportunity to be able to even make a choice in the first place, because you can make a choice. You are not actually stuck. The affirmation, today I choose to be a beacon of Spirit's master plan of light, inspiration, and joy. I am filled with gratitude. I love that. Thank you, Spirit. Finally, at the end of the week, we have the Six of Swords and the Emperor. And the Six of Swords makes me think of, we eventually move through this decision-making process, again, by requiring us to be in the moment and to find the light in the situation. We move through this, and it's not always easy. The Six of Swords requires us to move on, even though sometimes we're resistant to that change. But with the Emperor, we're having to be a little bit Saturnian about it, meaning we're needing to make this less emotional, take this less personally, to be really grounded and to know what's going to be best for I'm getting like a larger purpose. Again, for the sake of being in and of service. I'm hearing right now with the service card that you can't pour from an empty cup, and the decision or the thing that you're trying to bring forward and feels like it's bumpy and falling apart at the beginning of the week is drawing too much of your energy at this time. And in pausing and having to like move forward, even though the choice might feel crunchy, it is going to make it so that you're able to make a more grounded decision later. I'm hearing right now that this is just asking you to move on to something, because the having two options might make you feel stuck, but just like choosing one for now, after you've paused, after you found, like, accepted the dark and the light, that moving on doesn't mean you're going to your final destination, but it just means that you're able to move from one place to another. And in that journey from moving from here to here, there's some work in here available to you. But that is like part of your journey, I'm going to read for, see if this Emperor has anything else to say to us. Yeah, I like that in her Holy Symbols, the guidebook for the Simple Tarot. This Emperor says, skillful execution, providing wisdom and teaches through his experience. So again, this like from moving from here to here, that journey is important for what you're doing next. So like whatever you're experiencing during the journey is to help you teach others. It's creating order out of chaos. And I'm also getting a sense of, I'm seeing like, I don't know why this is the vision I'm getting. I wonder if I can like put the picture here. Hopefully I'm able to do that. But when I'm thinking about the moving that happens this weekend from one point to another, I'm seeing that image that I just posted. And there's something about you having to be really strong and less emotional in order to just make the change. Finally, this service card of like, what do we have to look forward to? What are the gifts available to this week is free yourself of yourself by helping others selflessly. Give, share, help, clean, listen, teach, be prompt, be trustworthy, show up, be available to those you love. Be a beam of light to those who hurt you. Show them how to be free. And like service means to be like engaged without expectations. It's shifting attention from ourselves to our others. Again, there's just like this, you can't pour from an empty cup. Wow, this is going to be an interesting week. I do want to say one more thing. So given all of this energy that we're moving through that might feel challenging this week, remember that the theme of this week is the Fool. There's a part of, like, honestly, what's coming through is fuck it. Like when you're feeling stuck and you're like, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to navigate this, fuck it. Like understanding that there's part of you that just needs to like take the leap into something different. Because you don't know what's on the other side, but you do know that you can't stay where you are. It isn't serving anymore. It's going to be really important to remember, like hold that in our heart over and over and over again is how do I stay in the moment? How do I be in my light? How am I being of service? And also, I'm at the start of a new journey, and there are so many gifts available in that. One last thing as well is I'm also hearing that a gift that's also available to you is someone offering their help in some way. And this is like really nourishing to you. I love that. And I am eager to see how it shows up in all of our lives. Good luck. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. Yeah, thanks for being here. I'll see you on the other side.